Um, so what we're looking at is the regular login page. You put in your CJ email address. You can click remember me or not, whatever. When you click next, it will automatically log you in. It knows who you are because you're logged into your computer already. So you don't need a password. You literally don't even have a password. It just knows who you are because you're logged into the computer as that user. So once you're in here, OneSite is sort of a main place to be, but I think today, Justin, correct me if I'm wrong, we're going to be looking at unified amenities.
Yes.
Okay. So Justin, do you have the unified amenities block on your OneSite login?
I don't
Okay.
think so.
So if you don't have that block, then I will get you permissions for it. That's no big deal. And once you're in here, this is a new thing from OneSite, this unified amenities block, and it's sort of a blessing and a curse at the same time because it does have some added functionality that the old amenities manager didn't have, but the way that they set it up is like completely confusing. So it's like once you figure it out and understand how to use it, there's smoother usage to be found in there, but figuring it out is like a hassle. So by default, they put you on this amenities page, which is almost useless to everyone because what we're looking at is a list of 315 amenities. These are all the different amenities across every different property. And like, nobody cares about that. Like, I don't care about the 14-foot ceiling. I don't even know what property that is. It's Residence of Malden Station, but it doesn't matter to you guys. So first thing you want to do is switch off of the amenities tab and over to the properties tab. I'm not sure what this will look like for you, Matt, if it'll be this long list of properties or if it'll just be Harbor Point because you work at Harbor Point. This is like all the properties in the company, but Harbor Point's really the one that matters for you. And now, to make it even more confusing, it's like a checkbox instead of actually being able to click it and open it. So you have to go all the way to the three dots over here, and you want to view this property. So you're looking at Harbor Point, three dots.
You gotta be kidding me.
And you view it. So from here, it opens up, and now this is like an easier to use section of amenities because we're specifically in Harbor Point, and we can look at all of the amenities on the property. We can look at amenities that are in specific floor plans or specific units. This is where we navigate up at the top. Justin, talk to me about what we want to accomplish today, and then we'll show how that works.
We just want to basically take the units and add an amenity to a particular unit. So if we had, One South Point Drive 205 with vinyl plank floors.
Okay, so I go to the unit section here, and this is for, again, specific units. If you knew that like a whole floor plan wanted to be affected, you go to the floor plan section. But if you want to affect just individual units, you can do that here. So we open up the units. It's the whole big list of 904 units at Harbor Point. It only shows 30 at a time, but we can search for them. So Justin, you said 1 South Point 105?
Yep. Holy crap, you know the building code?
I know a few of them from 6 years ago or whatever.
And Matt, that's all that crap on the left of you on your desk. That's going to be interesting.
Okay, it's giving me nothing for 260105.
Oh, yeah, maybe it's not. 260304. That's probably affordable.
Loading. This will be a little bit quicker when we're not doing like a screen record and a screen share and stuff like that. But 260304 is 1 South Point Drive 304. You can see that there are already 13 amenities in here. And all you got to do if you want to add a new one is you check it off and you assign amenities. It pops open this thing over here on the right. This is just a list of all of the amenities that exist. These ones that can't be checked off are already assigned. You can see 1 of 1 assigned. So this unit already has AC, balcony, cold water, dishwater, etc. Now, what do we want to add in here? Flooring?
Yeah.
what would we call that in OneSite? Because we can search for it, or we can just look for it in the list. Is it V for vinyl?
Maybe.
Wood style vinyl plank?
Yep.
So we just come in, we check that off, and we assign it, and we're done. Is there anything else in this unit that we want to put in there? Like if you wanted to add the third floor walk-up, the washer dryer, you can add as many things as you want while you're in this unit. But I'm assuming we just want to do the floor.
Yeah. I mean, and that's not even accurate, so I wouldn't save it.
Oh, okay. So like we can add the granite countertops. We can say there's no pets allowed. You know, we can pick and choose any things that we want in here. Once we have everything checked off that we want, price point we're not using, right? So we don't have to worry about that. And then you just hit the assign button, and it will assign all of the amenities that you've checked off. I'm going to uncheck everything. I'm going to cancel. But it's as simple as that. You find your unit here, you assign the amenity. You can do the same thing with floor plans, and you can even do the same thing with amenities. So if you said, like, I know all of the units that have vinyl plank, you could come into the amenities, open up vinyl plank, and then click off all the units that have vinyl plank. You know, it depends on how you have it organized in your head or on your spreadsheet or whatever. Whatever's easier for you. If it's easier to find this unit and put everything in it, or if it's easier to find the amenity and say all of these units have that amenity, you can work it either way. So just come over here and you would say assign to units or assign to floor plans if I wanted to add AC into units or floor plans. But it's pretty simple to use. It's just like click the thing, check the box, assign, and you're done. It's just that annoying part of getting there where you have to like move from amenities to properties, click on the property, click view, blah blah blah. But once you're in here, it's not all that difficult. If there's amenity that's not in here, you'll have to come to me. I don't think that non-super users would have access to add new types of amenities. But just shoot me an email and I can add it in there.
So we can add amenities too, right, Kennedy? If we.
Yeah, you have to come through me or Jill to do it.
Yep.
But we can add new ones and change. Like, so there's differences here where you have the name of the amenity as we see it in the back end, and then the marketing name and description. So like marketing name should be, I believe the low one is the marketing name.
Mm-hmm.
So like this is what it'll show in online leasing. When somebody opens up a unit, they'll see all the amenities that are associated with that unit. And rather than it saying, like there are some that are a lot different. Like this one, heat. Rather than just saying heat, it says heat included in the rent and then the dates that Harbor Point has heating. So right. This apartment is in a pet-free building. These are the different ways that we can change the wording on a few different levels. Like you can add new amenities. You can change the way an amenity is seen by a prospect. There's a lot of different ways that we can change it.
Great. So why don't we stop the recording now because I don't want to get it too long. And Matt, at the end of the day, this is probably going to be like depending upon how long you want to stay with us, we'd love to have you, but this is kind of a 2 or 3 week out process.